Welcome back to episode, is it 6?
6, bro.
6 of Dirty Little Details.
Oh my goodness, what's going on, brother? What's going on? How you feeling, bro? Things are good, man. Yo, your boy is hustling, okay? Yeah. You know I got the condo going right now. And then, of course, you hooked me up. You hooked me up with the main man, Lewis, for my contractor. He got me looking crispy.
Yeah, he does an amazing job. And also to our main sponsor, thank you to Mobilio and Sons HVAC.
Yeah, Mobilio from Mobilio and Son Heating and Cooling. Guys, listen, if you're looking to get any heating and air conditioning done, call the best. 203-404-0406.
Wonderful residential, commercial HVAC. He's done my house. He's done work for Dame. Absolutely amazing. Mobilio and Sons. Thank you, Joe. Thank you always for looking out. My boy Lewis killing it though.
Lewis handling business. Look, let me tell you something. Day one, he left one of his workers behind while he went to go work on a property out here in Hartford.
Yeah.
Son, for demo. I thought demo was gonna take a couple days. It was mostly done in the one day with one person doing it for all the floors in the condo.
We only send the best.
I was like, what is going on here? I walked in, I expected to see some things still left up. And day 2 for demo was just prepping all the walls for the painters to come in this weekend.
Yeah, no, he's fierce.
Fiery, son. Nobody has contractors like that.
No.
Most people that have contractor, they have contractor nightmares, where it's like, you pay a little bit, whether it's a quarter of the money, half of the money, your contractor disappears on another job.
Well, if you don't get good referrals, a lot of people are going to go out and try to flip all these houses and they get smoked and the people take the money and they never show up.
Nothing.
It's horrible.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nah. J-Max boy Lewis, yo, him and the whole entire team.
LD Trades.
I mean, when they're done with my stuff, you can book them next. The other way till they're done, you know what I'm saying?
And guys, we just want to apologize. We know everything's been sporadic as far as us coming out with new content, but we're going to have new content every week. We've worked out a couple different bugs, and we just want to make sure it's more consistent for you guys.
That's all.
So listen, let's come up with a couple of these ideas. Dame comes up with all of our topics. So let's dig right into it.
All right.
Does crying in front of a woman make you look weak as a man?
Ooh. You know what, Jay, I'm gonna get right into it on this one.
Let's do it.
Because I've seen different types. Now, if you're crying because somebody had passed away, understandable. More times than not, you're holding that in. All those raw emotions, they come out a little bit later when nobody's around. Understandable crying. You with your woman, y'all kind of talking, and then you break down. That's fine. But if you start crying over spilled milk, if you start crying because she's rushing in the morning and forgot to give you a kiss on the way out the door, and you're like, and you're texting her all day long, can't believe that you didn't kiss me. Oh, that's crazy. You don't love me like you used to love me. Like, you sound like a little bitch.
It's true. And a lot of guys do that. A lot of guys will complain to me and say, hey, I think my relationship's falling apart. She doesn't pay attention to me like she used to. I go, why? He goes, oh, yeah, I didn't have clean laundry. Dinner wasn't made exactly when I got home. Guys.
Come on.
Please. Stop. You want to be an independent man.
Right.
The girl wants to be an independent woman somewhat. She still loves you. Stop crying. And a lot of men don't realize when a woman isn't paying attention to a man, it means she finds him less attractive. So that relationship will start to fade if the man is constantly crying in front of her and complaining about every little minutia detail.
Right, exactly.
Am I right?
That most definitely. Here's the craziest thing about it, right? There's a time and a place for everything. And you want to create a comfortable zone. Once you have a comfortable zone, the both of you can communicate about anything and everything. But when you're always making it one way, a one-way street, and it's always your fault. Like, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. You didn't make that happen. Like, you're talking about dinner wasn't made, or you didn't make what I wanted to eat. No, maybe she just happened to make what she had time for after working 8, 10, 12 hours for the day. You didn't make nothing whatsoever. You were home watching the game. You know what I'm saying? Kids are hungry, but you sit there and let them play video games until moms gets home. She comes home and she might whip up some spaghetti. You want steak, but she whipped up spaghetti.
Go
that means the
fire up
family
the grill.
eating. What are you complaining about? You have a home-cooked meal still going on.
A lot of people don't realize when you get involved in a relationship, the first 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, that's the honeymoon phase. And a lot of times people will go above and beyond to really impress their partner.
Break down the honeymoon phase for those that might not know, those that are still fresh.
Well, in the very beginning, you always put not only your best foot forward, you go above and beyond.
Facts.
So I'm saying, like, if you're cooking dinner, You're not making just pasta. You're cooking like steak with all the trimmings and trappings of everything else. You're just going above and beyond. I'm very lucky that my honeymoon phase is going wonderful. Some people's honeymoon phase lasts 1 month. Sometimes it lasts 6 weeks. Who knows?
Right.
But even so, you have to try to step up and make it good yourself. So if you feel that your relationship is lacking a little bit, try to get back in that honeymoon phase again. Try to spice things up. Cook a big, elaborate dinner. Create the new standard.
Right.
Because obviously, it's quality control. The quality of the relationship degrades and goes down more and more. And then in another couple of years, you're literally left with almost nothing.
Exactly.
And that's why people start cheating.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it definitely happens because the communication's gone, the love is starting to fade, the fire is going out. Just like a fireplace, that is very much a relationship. You have to keep the fire going.
Always.
If you sit there long enough, it's going to go out, right? And then you're sitting there like, oh, where's that spark? We need that spark to get this fire going again. And some people just let it fade, and then they start complaining as to why it went out versus finding new ways to keep that fire going.
Well, the thing is, people cannot blame their significant other. They have to blame themselves. A lot of people always blame their significant other, blame somebody for it. Do like a checkup from the neck up. Look in the mirror.
Right.
What are you doing wrong? Because you used to help you, let's say, if it's about dinner and you're crying, oh, you never make me dinner anymore. You brought on a good point. Somebody goes right in, sits down, starts watching the game. You used to sit there and dance to Marvin Gaye.
Right.
In the kitchen.
Right.
Why don't you dance to Marvin Gaye and see if it's higher quality?
Exactly. And that's what's the crazy part about it. I mean, it's so much easier to complain because we all complain about something. But right before you lay that complaint, no matter what the complaint is, what have you done on your own end to make it better? What have you done? Because you can't complain about dinner not being made or even what was made wasn't something you wanted. How come you didn't go in the kitchen? You're able-bodied.
Correct.
How come you didn't go in the kitchen and make exactly what you wanted?
Correct.
Or make dinner for that woman that gets home later than you, right? How come you didn't put your best foot forward? It's because of expectations, what you expect to happen just because you exist. That was you pouring water over the flame.
It's interesting you say pouring water over the flame. You want to pour water over the flame? Do something nice for a woman and throw it in her face afterwards. That is guaranteed to extinguish any relationship. Am I right?
I won't stunt. I'm guilty. I've done it.
Me too.
I've done it. I'm gonna be real. I've done it. I'll be like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? I
bought you this water bottle.
Yeah, I brought you the water
that?
bottle. And hold on. Girl, I opened it for you.
Yeah, never ever, guys, in a weak moment, if you're fighting, saying, I bought you this purse, I bought you this bag.
Right.
And they're gonna look at you and go, motherfucker.
Right.
I didn't have you buy this for me.
Exactly.
It's like you do it because you want to, and you never throw it up to their face.
Never. Just don't bring it back up.
Yeah.
Do it because then it's no longer coming from the heart.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? It's coming from a place of I get to use this on you later.
Correct.
All right. So no matter what you got going on, whatever you want to argue to me, because ladies, they get in their feelings from time to time. They let things kind of just sit there, fester for a while. Then something pops, something clicks. And then she just offloads on a text message, phone call, and or in person. She offloads. And the first thing we do is go into defensive mode. And we are going to remind her everything we've done for her. Like, I don't even know what you're complaining about because you see that car that's sitting outside?
Yeah.
The one that you're driving around in? I got that for you.
Yeah.
I got it. You could have been walking.
But you know what's crazy? Women in that state of mind, they drive a fucking scooter rather than drive your car.
Yes. They're like, oh, so this is about the car. This is about the car. I bet. You know what? You don't have. I won't. Here's the keys. Here are the keys to your little funky little car, and I'm gonna just take the bus.
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna want me. You're a woman. That's what you want me to do. Fine. I'll take the bus, and I'll just be just happy. You be like, go ahead, take the bus.
Girls don't care.
Yeah.
You want to know? They'll leave their shit in a plastic bag. Don't think because you buy a girl some Louis Vuitton bag that you own that girl. That girl.
At all.
And there's enough dudes always out there that want to step up anyways.
Each and every time.
It's like one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Most definitely.
So let's give them a little break. And I know this is why everybody tuned in. Dame, let's tell everybody out there what we're going to be doing every single week.
Listen, This is where it's about to get crazy. Fellas, pay attention. Ladies, pay attention. We know that relationships are not perfect out there. And some of you right now, you think you're in the very best relationship possible. You're like, oh, my man will never cheat on me. My woman will never, ever cheat on me. Check it out. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We want to test that theory. We want to test that theory to
We want
see.
to put it to the test.
To the full test.
Yes.
You ready for this one? Catfish action.
We are going to do a new series called To Catch a Catfish. If you think your boyfriend or girlfriend is cheating on you, we want you to reach out to myself or to Dame and say, hey, listen, I think my boyfriend or girlfriend is cheating. You need to give us their Instagram, give us their Facebook. And we have beautiful men and women that will catfish your boyfriend or girlfriend to see if they are willing to say if they are single, in a relationship, if they'll get together, send nudes, send Snapchat, all behind your back.
All behind
So
your
we're
back.
going to put your relationship to the test. Now, we really want relationships that you feel are stressed. We
Yes.
don't want to do it for fun. We really want proof that you're in a relationship with this person. But if your relationship is getting stale and you think your partner is somehow, shape or form, straying away from you and just open to strange, let us know.
You know the one I want. You know the ones that I do want.
Yeah.
The ones that share an Instagram account. Oh, I want those to be the first ones that hit us up. The ones that they share an Instagram account. And you've seen those accounts. I see them all the time. And you know, it's the happy couple. And it's like her name and his name merged together in one. That's the Instagram handle. You know what I'm saying? They're happy in every single picture. I want those individuals to come forward.
Yeah, and like the Instagram is such full of shit for the most part. Everybody's like, you know, oh, this is so wonderful. We're holding hands. And it's the first man or woman that's going to end up straying. So we're really excited. So how it's going to end up work is our men or women catfish are going to sneak into your boyfriend or girlfriend's DMs, Snapchat, Facebook, and see if they take the bait.
Yeah.
And what we'll do is we will give you a detailed report. Did they give up their personal number? Did they say they were in a relationship? Did they say they were happy? And you want to know what? We'll even see if they send nudes.
Ooh.
So you want to know what? And we also, for privacy, we will protect the names of those people. So if your name is Sandra Smith,
Right.
we may say your name is Sonia Smith, and we'll basically say, here's the full report. Cheated, dick pic, the whole nine. Let us know. We can't wait to get this started. We've been
Again,
talking about this for the
Give
last
them your
month.
Instagram so they know where to find you, Jim.
At The Real Johnny Mac.
Of course, official Dame drops. So you can send us messages on Instagram. We will definitely get right back to you. If you want to find out if your relationship is truly that strong or not, you want to hit us up so we can get this catfish situation going. Now, being the fact that we're even on the talk of relationships,
Yeah.
I have to ask you a serious question.
Sure, of course.
Do you think that chivalry is dead? I hear it so often from the ladies, and they're like, you know, fellas are no longer holding doors, you know, laying the coat down over a puddle. I mean, just the basics. Would you say it's dead?
I really think it is.
Okay.
I am so lucky. I have a beautiful young girlfriend. And the smallest things we did when I got together, opened the door, little nice surprises, she couldn't believe it. But I can't believe that all these guys out there are bums, missing the mark.
Missing the mark, bro.
It's true. Women love when you open the door. Women love, if you have a girl coming over for 2-3 nights in a row, buy her a toothbrush, buy her some makeup wipes.
Okay.
I think of, you know, all the expensive stuff I've ever done. I think my girlfriend is most appreciated when I bought her makeup wipes and a toothbrush when we first started seeing each other because she was staying over, and it completely melted her. And, you know, and I can hand her a $4,000 Gucci bag and she's like, this is really great, but nothing melted her like that.
Exactly.
I think that these guys are watching these rappers, you know, wealthy men give these extravagant gifts and they think that's what they have to do. But that's not true.
Nope.
Women don't want that shit. There's a lot of strong, independent women out there. All they want you to do is treat them like they're equal. What do you
That's
think?
it. That's
What do
it.
you think?
They want your time. They want your time. More than they want that expensive bag, more than they want that expensive vehicle. It's nice to say, I have it, I got it. But once she has that one bag, she's gonna have 30 more bags anyway. It really doesn't make a difference. But that toothbrush lasts longer than that bag. That's the crazy part.
Yep.
Because she's on that toothbrush maybe 3 times in a single day. That bag might get picked up for a special night out.
Correct.
It's not getting daily use. That toothbrush gets daily use. That hairbrush gets daily use. The straightening comb gets daily use. The hair dryer gets daily use. Oh, you went out and bought her a whole entire set of underwear.
Yeah.
You know, and not just the thongs, not just the, I want to see her in thongs, but I'm talking about
And go to
the granny
Victoria's Secret,
panties,
guys.
yo.
Go to
You know?
Victoria's Secret.
Yeah,
Seriously.
Yeah, definitely.
don't be buying no junk shit.
Nah, man, but I mean, at times, you know, that time of the month comes, Aunt Flo comes to visit, she's not wearing thongs.
Nope.
She's gonna want the granny panties on.
Yeah.
You thought to go get that. You might have grabbed her some pads, you know what I'm saying, along that, whatever the case may be, but these are thoughtful items,
Yeah.
the ones that matter.
You're right, and guys don't do that. Guys, a really big one, pull out the chair when you take them to dinner.
Say it again, Jay. I don't think they heard you.
Pull out the chair. And it's very small, but it makes them feel like royalty.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter if the guy who's bussing the table does it. It matters if you do it.
Yep, exactly.
You know,
exactly.
I mean, how about that thing in the Bronx, Taylor? It says if you unlock the door, if she doesn't unlock it for you, dump her.
But that's a reality, right? Because when you look at a relationship, it's supposed to be a 50-50, a give and a take. You're supposed to be able to meet somebody else halfway and build while you're meeting halfway, right? So you're right. If I hold the door open for you a few times over and I let you in the vehicle first after holding the door and then closing the door, why is my shit still locked? You know what I'm saying? Like, so of course, a lot of people have the vehicles where once you open the passenger side, the driver's side automatically unlocks. But what if it's an old school whip?
Listen,
you might be pushing that Oldsmobile. You know what I'm saying? Jay, let's talk about it. That door doesn't automatically unlock. You want her to reach over, pop the lock.
At least give it a shot. At least give it a shot. At least try to reach over, because usually you don't know, like you're diddling the door, you don't know how to really open it. But at least give it a shot.
Yeah. When I'm walking back over, I just want to see your arm reaching over. You know what I'm saying? That way my door is unlocked. I don't want to sit there and like tap it on the window. Just pull that up. This is a 1986. Go ahead and pull that up. Thanks. Appreciate you.
You know what else is an interesting topic? When you get in the car on a first date, when you're having a little bit of conversation, but everybody always talks in the very beginning. Usually cut right around week 2 or week 3. You get sick of talking every second, so you put on music.
True.
And guys, let her put on her own music. Because she may not be into the shit you're into.
No, at all. And if she is great, but you might hear some things that you really don't want to hear, and that's fine. Just for the sake of being with her, being in her presence, just, you know what, zone out, continue to drive, let her listen to the music that she loves, all right? Because it was, again, the thought that counts. It was not you thinking about yourself, but you thinking about her like, girl, what you want to listen to? Go ahead and handle that radio. Usually people like, don't touch my radio. Now you're like, girl, go ahead and handle that radio.
Have you ever been out on a date with somebody where they put some real lame shit on? You're
Yes.
Like, I like metal music like Seven Dust and Slipknot, Korn, all that crazy shit, and I really get into it.
Right.
So I can't put it on because it scares people away.
Oh my goodness. Me, I'm R&B smooth.
Yeah.
I'm R&B smooth. Like, you can't really lose with R&B music.
No, like some
you know what I'm
Marvin
saying?
Gaye,
Yeah. You got some Silk up in there, little Boys the Men. You know, Tevin Campbell always works. You know what I'm saying? Like Jesse Powell, you know the vibes. But the R&B music, it kind of sets the tone for the evening. Like, I mean, unless you're going to this is pre-COVID, of course. You might be going out to a rock concert. If you're going out to a rock concert, you're not going to start with R&B music. That's going to have the mood down here when the rock concert's going to be up here, right?
Yeah.
So you got to get something to match that vibe. So by the time y'all arrive, y'all been drinking, smoking, whatever the case may be, you're ready to go.
Yep.
But if you're going out for a nice dinner, and when I say a nice dinner, I mean nice. It's like 4 or 5 star type nice dinner, right? Again, your little jazz music, because you're dressed up.
Exactly.
You're dressed to the nines. You're ready.
Yeah, you don't want to be pumping like some like weird trap music.
Right.
Like getting ready, going to like Capitol Grill.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, this really popped in my head, and this is a really good topic because it's always a very slippery slope. Let's say you're dating somebody for 3, 4, 5, 6 months. You want to spend every moment with them. What is the rules of engagement where the other person goes out? What would you allow and what you wouldn't allow? And I'll tell you what my thoughts are in what I have lived through and experienced.
All right, so you've been spending time together.
And you still love spending time
and you
with them.
still enjoy spending time. She's going to slide out, you know, and you're gonna look at the outfit before she steps out, all right? You're like, are you trying to trap? You trapping in that outfit? What you doing? Because, like, respectfully, even with my wife, when she steps out with her girls, she still always asks me, how do I look? Is this good?
Yeah.
Because I'll go change. I'm like, you don't have to change. I mean, whatever you feel comfortable in. I always put that out there on the table. Whatever you feel comfortable in, because she knows at the end of the day, I'm going to step out too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever she decides that she's going to get away with for the evening, I'm going to feel it's okay for me.
Correct.
You know what I mean? That's how I roll. If you stepped out respectable and casual, I'm going to step out respectable and casual. You step out there like you trapping, like you trying to set up a thirst trap for somebody out there, I might step out with the jogging pants on, with the gray sweats. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a button up with gray sweats on. It's like, where you going in them sweats? Yo, mind your business, yo. You know what I'm saying? You remember when you stepped out last week with the tittle bitties hanging out. You know what I mean? The ass was on extra swole because the dress was extra tight. So now I'm just out here in these gray sweats. You know what I'm saying?
And I also think, guys, that when you go out somewhere, you have to gradually increase what you're going to do. Like if the relationship is really good and things are flowing, give them a moment to cope with what they're, if all of a sudden you're going to go out for drinks with friends and it's going to be 3 or 4 hours, start with that.
Right.
I would not say, I mean, we're in Connecticut here. I would not say go to New York and spend a night away. Those never end up good. Never end up good.
When's the last time you did that though, bro?
Oh, I was single.
You're single?
I was single. Oh, absolutely. I was single.
You
those never end up well.
Bro, in any given relationship you had, you've never did the overnight in New York and dealt with the consequences in the morning.
Oh, I have. But you want to know something that was crazy is someone I was dating prior would always do these like New York endeavors with their friends. And I know there was fuckery always going on.
Always fuckery.
Always fuckery.
It's going to happen.
It's
There's
inevitable.
no getting around that. There's no getting around that.
When you're in a different state and your loved one is asleep, you almost feel mischievous. You know, you almost feel like, what the fuck kind of trouble can I get into?
I'm about to get in some shit.
Yeah, because, they're sleeping and, the devil comes out.
Yeah.
Now I just go home, go to sleep and eat Rice Krispie treats. But back in the day, I
You
was
was
on
out
the
and
fucking
about.
prowl.
You was getting your hoe on. You was a hoe.
We were all hoes.
We was all hoes.
You know-
Thotting. We were thotting everywhere.
And I have a weird feeling that when everything opens up again, because nothing good or bad lasts forever, there's some people in for some rude awakenings.
It's going to be bad. And it's going to be bad only because we have all been trapped for so long. So nothing will test your relationship quite like when we get back to phase 4 and everything's just free and clear.
Right?
Nothing will test your relationship like getting that alert. Go ahead, enjoy yourself. Travel. Enjoy yourself. All relationships are usually probably going to go to shit around that time.
Well,
I'm going to say 65% are done.
if you're between the ages of 21 and 50, everyone likes going out and getting bottle service here and there. But when there's the guys' night or the girls' night, they can go out. Every girl who's been cooped up is going to want to suck a random dick. Every guy's going to want to get some fucking strange and get drunk and fall asleep in some hotel. Thank God I am so low key and I just want to sit home, eat Rice Krispie treats and watch Netflix. That's all I care about.
Right.
But people are going to go crazy when everybody gets vaccinated.
Let's talk about it, Jay. Let's talk about it because your relationship, the way it worked out, it was perfect within the timing of COVID.
Yeah.
Because you was a party animal. You know what I'm saying? You had your squad. Y'all was out there. Y'all was doing it major.
I got
inviting
sued like
everybody
5
in.
times this year for having parties.
Like,
you were there.
yeah, I was there, bro. I know. How are you going to manage once everything is back to quote unquote normal, right?
Yep.
Folks are going to be expecting the J-Mac parties.
Oh,
How is this going down, son?
I got a Bonnie. We're like Bonnie and Clyde. We do everything together. So
All
it's gonna be
right,
exciting.
cool. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Because folks wouldn't want to hear the fact that you're not doing no more parties.
No, so like I got Bonnie and Clyde. I guarantee you she's a way better party planner than I am. So. But I mean, it's going to be crazy. A lot of people where there's cracks in the relationships. I think that I see a lot of people. There's a lot of people who broke up during the summer that I know. And a lot of my friends are anywhere between 21 to 50. That's the age gap. And a lot of people were in 1 or 2 year relationships, broke up for the summer. Means they wanted to hoe out.
How out? Definitely.
Now they're getting back together because you can't do anything. I mean, think about it. How many restaurants you go to? 9:30.
Done. Me and the wife was just talking about that the other day, bro. We were looking at a spot we wanted to go eat at. Couldn't eat, was already closed. Here's the thing. A lot of people are still even working from home, getting off the laptop like about 5, 6 p.m.
Yep.
And they're like, okay, let me go ahead and freshen up, step out. By the time you're done freshening up, if you get done with work at 6 p.m., that means you're going to leave your house somewhere about 6:45, 7. It's going to take you another 15, 25 minutes to get to your restaurant of choice.
Yeah.
You're there by 7:30. They seat you, take your order by 7:45, maybe around 8. Guess what? They're closing at 8:30.
Yeah.
You had one drink.
We We got kicked out of Capitol Grill last week. At like 9:30, we were in the private room. All of a sudden, they would come in. They're like, "Finish that shit up. We're done."
Wrap it up, B. Hit that Dave Chappelle wrap up button. Wrap it up. Get up out of here.
It's true.
I think right now the way things are set up, and you know the governor, our governor here in Connecticut, he a thug. Lamont, you a thug, yo.
Well, I have to say one thing about him. There's like blood.
Aside from the fact he a thug,
he's a thug.
He's a thug.
There's blood in the streets right now.
Yes.
More people are dying than ever before, and he's just like, you know what? Fuck it, keep it open, let it ride. And when I was throwing my parties, he's like, you know what? We can't have people out there. And so now people are really dying. He's like, just let it ride. Let's see how it goes.
The restaurants are feeling this. And I know outside of Connecticut, other states, whatever the case may be, I know a lot of restaurants are feeling the brunt of all the changes with the pandemic. And here's what individuals do. And this is the one that sucks for me, right? Everybody's like, once they hear their favorite restaurant shutting its doors, because financially it doesn't make sense for them to stay open. It's like, oh man, if I knew my favorite restaurant was about to close, I would have been there. I would have showed up. I would have supported, right? But you can support right now because your favorite restaurant is literally closing.
Correct.
I believe, how many restaurants in Connecticut alone? I forget the number. They set it up, but it doesn't matter.
It's crazy.
It's over there.
It's sad.
It's
really,
heavy.
really sad.
It's really heavy. And right now, you can actually help those situations of those mom and pop restaurants before they close by physically being there, by directly ordering from those restaurants to make sure food gets delivered so the money is actually going to the restaurant versus to Grubhub and DoorDash, who takes about a third of the profit on that. Oh, that sucks. But, you know, they're pimps of the industry, too.
There's so many pimps out there.
So many pimps out there,
Netflix are pimps, too, guys.
Nobody talks about it.
No.
Nobody talks about it. There's some heavy pimping going on right now. All these restaurants are the tricks on the corner. These restaurant owners are the tricks on the corner. They don't even know it. And they're getting slapped around by DoorDash, Grubhub, and everybody's governor.
You're right.
They're getting slapped around heavy.
Listen, we're going to take a quick little break. We'll be right back. This is Dirty Little Details with Johnny Mac.
Your main man, Dame Drops.
See you in a minute. We are back from Dirty Little Details. How's it going?
What's going on, people?
We were just thinking about this during our little break. Each of us are going to share different situations that happened when we went out on those, whether it be Vegas, Florida, New York.
For sure.
Because men and women are fucking shameless. Now, I'm going to start. This is a good story.
Oh, you got some stuff for us, Jay?
I went through a nasty breakup the end of last year, and I finally started going out in February of this year. And I went out with my close friend, Mike, and we went, and one of my friends is a famous DJ. We went and saw him at Lavo. And we went there. It's his birthday celebration. It's packed. It's pre-COVID. I mean, it's fucking slammed. There's like 800 people there. And my friend meets this girl and he's all excited. It's his birthday. He's going to hook up with this girl. So he's kissing her, like sucking face and everything. And there's her pretty friend. So now I am just really trying to collect my bearings. After we go through a breakup, we do that like standing 8 count. You know, you're all fucked up. You don't know what you like. You don't know where you are. And I'm just being nice to this girl. Hey, how's it going? Good. She's like, yeah, I'm just here with my friend. Oh, looks like my friend's going to fuck your friend. You know, that type of stuff. So anyways, we're talking and she's basically showing me, oh, this is my boyfriend and this is my dog. I'm like, oh, you know, here's my ex-wife and, you know, and here's my son. And we're just like kind of like sharing pictures. And all of a sudden she like kind of shakes my hand and goes, hey, listen, I'm going to leave and my friend's going to stay with your friend. All right. So we all go back to the room and my friend wants to go get his situation done with this girl. She had these really weird flapjack titties and everything like that. But they're just having a good time. So I'm sitting out. So all of a sudden I go back in after they're finished. She goes, hey, listen, you know, I'm going to stay the night, but do you mind if my friend comes? I'm like, oh, your friend I met at the club? She's like, yeah. So I'm like, all right. So I Uber the girl to the hotel. She comes and meets me in the hotel lobby. It's 4:30 in the morning now.
Right.
And I don't know what it is about women in a different zip code, whether it be New York. They like men and women just have some sort of like slut chromosome that comes out. So she comes up to the room. We're sitting there and my friend is railing her friend out again.
Okay.
So we're just sitting there. We're talking. She's like, hey, this is my boyfriend. He's probably going to propose to me. I'm so in love with him. I've been with him for 6 years. I'm like, oh, great. And I'm like, you know, my kid likes Paw Patrol. I don't know what the fuck to say. I'm like, oh, I just got a better relationship. So now it's like 5:30 in the morning. So I'm like, listen, I got to go to sleep. You want me to call you an Uber? You want me to sleep on the floor? She goes, no. I'll just lay on the corner of the bed. So I'm like, all right. I'm laying in the bed. She's laying in the bed. I basically get under the covers. She's on top of the covers. She gets under the covers. I'm like, all right. So basically, like, touching my arm. And before you know it, we're hooking up. And before you know it, we're having sex. And it wasn't like 1 minute of like, oh my God, I can't believe I did it. It was like a marathon.
Okay.
Like, I was so tired, I had to stop, go get coffee. I'm like, women are fucking shameless. Here she is telling me she's going to get married.
Yeah.
All excited about life. And she's fucking, hooking up with some strange dude. And the boyfriend found out and confronted me about it. And he was like, I just want to know what the truth is. She told me she met me. She was drunk. And it was a really quick thing. I said, listen, man, if you're going to spend forever with this woman, and I don't think she's a bad woman, it wasn't quick. And she was straight as an arrow.
Right. I mean, look, sometimes you got to get that last good, strange sex out the way. That little stranger danger. So you just got to, it's going down.
I think boys and girls out there, if you're a significant other, if you're young, and by I mean young, under the age of 35, let your partner go for one last hurrah. It will go so far. Yeah. It really will. What do you got for good stories?
Oh, goodness, man. This right here, nothing good is about this story. Let me tell you something. Back in my heavier partying days, and when I say back in my partying days, we are going back to MySpace, if you remember MySpace well. Top 8s and all that good stuff.
I never did MySpace.
Oh, I did.
I heard it was amazing.
Oh, it was amazing. Let me tell you something. When it comes to social media, meeting strangers online, getting that quick connection, I mean, it's much like swiping right on Tinder or Bumble, right? But it was MySpace. It was a website. It was you interacting with whomever is out there and hoping you didn't get catfished. You know what I'm saying?
Was there was there a catfish out there?
Oh, it was a lot of catfish. Everybody was just pulling pictures. It didn't matter. And there was no real verification, right? So you just had to go off the fact that he or she said this is what they look like, got to accept it. Anyway, I found one particular female. She lived in Massachusetts. And, we shared a last name in common, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we would always kind of just talk. She would always talk about partying hard in East Boston, you know what I'm saying? So I found myself heading out there to party with her in East Boston, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then eventually I started meeting her homegirls. It was 2 other females that she hung out with all the time, both extremely sexy. She was a good looker too, but her homegirls was really like, oh, I could take one of those down and be a happy man, you know what I mean? But that never happened in the beginning. One particular night, I don't know what it was, I remember going out there once again, making my way out in Massachusetts, go do my thing. We're out there partying. Dude, I was drinking something completely different than my normal rum and coke back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Like, they might have had me on that Jose Cuervo, I don't know, with Henny mixed in. Whatever it was, that mixture was hitting that night.
That's going to give you amnesia.
Right? Yeah, that's straight amnesia. Now, the main chick that I met initially, she was with some random dude. She was always with a random dude. But that night, she was with a random dude, and the conversation became, let's all go back to the third homegirl's house. Let's all just go back there and just have a good time, play cards, and wherever the chips may land, they were going to land. It is what it is. We all get back over to homegirl's house, and it seemed like everybody was in their own personal room. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember one of the girls, she came back, but she had to leave because her man called her. Boom, she left. So now it's my homegirl with her dude, and then me with Miss Baddie herself, the owner of the crib, right? We're off in her bedroom. She was freaky. She was freak nasty. In the back of my mind, it was going down that night, Jay. She turned porn on. Now I knew it's definitely going down. We sitting there watching porn. She had like this little nightie on. She was sitting there playing with herself. Blah, 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 and I'm right there. And I'm right next to her watching. I'm like, oh, you pre-prepping yourself? I ain't got to do nothing? Oh, this is great. Yo. Like I'm sitting here watching porn, watching her. Watching porn, watching her, right? Yo, it was my turn. The way I looked at things, you know what I'm saying? I'm over there trying to get my little gentle rubs in. She was like, what you doing? I was like, well, it look like I'm doing them. I'm rubbing. I'm helping you along the way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She was like, oh, no, just sit back, watch, enjoy yourself. All right, cool. Sit back, watch, enjoy myself. Now, she moves from the floor to the bed. Me, I moved from the floor to the bed. Now we're up in the bed. Now she ass naked in the bed. You know what I'm saying? And then she gave me the half moon move where just the ass is on you.
Yep.
And then in the back of my mind, once again, oh, she must want some anal play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She got the cheeks on me. It wasn't like she was laid up far away from me. She was on me, Jay. So, you know me, I start rubbing on the ass, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wet up the hand a little bit, straight saliva style, you know, playing with the pussy and everything going great. Well, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a pro You know how to play with a pussy while one-handedly handling the condom situation, getting yourself like you get good at that. You know what I'm saying?
I have to ask.
What?
I have to.
What's
this
up,
is so
Jay?
funny, and this is on every guy does this.
Uh-oh.
When you're diddling a girl for the first time,
Uh-huh.
do you do like a really nonchalant smell just to make sure you know what you're getting?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. That's the check. You got to do the check, Jay.
God.
Yes. Okay, this is gonna work. This is gonna work for me. This is gonna work for me.
I'm good.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know?
good, right?
You ever do it?
Jay, when I say everything going great, bro, I did the slip in and everything. Because you know what happens when you diddling, you leave just enough room to slip on in. You know what I'm saying? And then you can remove your hand, and now you all planted inside, handling business. So boom, on the bed, half moon, banging it out from the back, banging it out from back. I don't know what happened from the bang out from the back to the flip position I was about to put her in, because I was going for the flip. As soon as I went for the flip, I was about to go down, you know what I'm saying? Taste the rainbow. And she was like, oh, we can't do this. What happened?
I love when they say, oh, that's intimate.
Yeah, whoa, we can't do this. Wait.
I was just diddling your ass.
Wait, yeah. I done did everything else. What you mean we can't do this? She was like, you my homeboy. We can't do this. Oh, no, this ain't gonna work. So she stopped. I never finished. I wouldn't have minded if I already finished, because then I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't finish at all, Jay. I was rather frustrated. But I was like, all right, no problem. I'll just lay here and just rub one off on your ass.
Yeah.
Which I ended up having to do, B.
Yeah.
But I felt like that was the one that got away, B. She got like half sex down. I never got a chance to finish. I got more stories too, but that was the worst one, bro.
Getting back to the little diddling, I got a funny story when I was in high school, because every guy, all of you out there have a bad situation, a bad experience.
It's gonna happen.
Or it's like a girl with like a guy with some like weird shaped cock or something like that. But I was playing with this girl's ass. I was just out of high school. Okay, and then I went to go smell.
Okay, I don't know why you smell ass, bro.
But no, because I was in both.
Okay, you was doing a double.
So basically, like when I'm kissing her, I looked. I'm like, man, my finger looks fucked up. It looked like I had stuck it in a potted plant. You know?
Come on, man.
You stick your finger in a potted plant?
Come on,
your finger's
bro.
all there. What the fuck?
Oh, she didn't get the full ass wipe.
I was just like, I'm like, I'll see you later. And you know, if a chick is nasty, you're wiping it on the back of her shirt. You're like, oh.
Yeah, hand, take that back. You nasty mother. Take that back.
Right.
Yo, come on, Jay.
Girls, if you're gonna like do some kind of hookup, make sure. And dudes got to make sure they wash them balls.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
That's a really big thing. Hygiene.
Have you ever given up salty balls?
Yeah, and you want to know what? Guys, I'm going to give you a little trick. There's this new soap out called, and everybody's seen the advertising, it's called Dr. Squatch. That soap makes your balls fresh for like 16 hours.
You serious?
It's amazing. It's got some exfoliating.
Was it like beads on the soap or something for like scrubbing?
It's all natural, and it smells delicious.
Dr. Squatch?
Dr. Squatch.
Squatch.
Yeah, and they're like hand soaps. They're like this big.
Yeah.
And I buy it. That's all I use now. No, it's amazing. Yeah, it's 16 hours. You're fresh.
Yeah, so after this podcast, I got to write that. I got to check that out, yo.
Squatch, you got to check it out.
I believe I'm pretty sure I've given up salty balls a time or 500
Always.
before. Here's the thing, fellas, do the double check. Always do the double check on yourself when you're about to link up with whomever. It really doesn't make a difference. You will always be near a bathroom, hopefully. You go into the bathroom and you handle that real quick. If you went through the whole entire day of working, walking about, and you didn't powder up, trust and believe your balls are gonna have this tinge to them. It's because they're buried right between your thighs, son. Like they're moving about, they're sweating, they're getting moisture down there, and it's funky. And if you farted through the course of the day, that fart stench is clutched to your balls. It's right there. Right?
Well, women are like ninjas when it comes to shitting. They shit so fast. But they usually shit at night or in the morning. Very seldom do women shit during the day. At least from my experience.
True, that is true.
Us men, we're like, oh, we just had lunch, I'm gonna go take a shit. Yeah. You know?
Blah.
Yeah, and you're just letting that shit rip. So you gotta make sure it's like
you
fresh.
have to make sure.
Fresh. Because I mean, if a girl goes down there, she can be making fun of your
Now
ass.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
She has to care about you a certain kind of way to keep going when she gets that stench.
She's like,
when she smells the balls, they rough.
Listen, it's not like when you go underneath a pool.
No,
You know, you can't just like close off the nose. Like, I'm not gonna smell. I'm gonna breathe through my mouth. I mean, how's she gonna breathe through her mouth?
She's like, if I put enough spit on it, maybe the stench will go away. No, now it's just the stench plus spit.
Plus spit. Spit smells bad.
That's what it is.
It's true.
That's what it is. Right?
But thinking about spit and everything being spicy down there, this is like the new thing. People inviting other men or women in to the bedroom for like threesomes.
Right.
That's like a real new thing.
And it's becoming, I guess, normal. Is it normalized now at this point?
Yeah, it's pretty. I don't know how I feel about that.
Are you a germaphobe?
No.
No. Right?
No.
I know individuals that are. I know there's some women that actually are. And to me, to me, it's a cool thing, right? Because then at least I know you're not out there with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You're a germaphobe. Like, you don't want everybody touching up on you. But if you're not a germaphobe, you probably really don't care who's touching up on you.
No, but how do you always bring it up? It's like, hey, how was work, honey? Oh, great. Hey, how's your steak? Delicious. Hey, listen, I was just wondering, you want to have a threesome? It's like, how do you... It's very hard to bring it up, and it's very hard to backpedal.
That conversation happens with ease after a few gummies and or the right drink and you're laying up, right? So if you're sitting there, you just got finished putting in work. Like somebody's back is blown out like a flat tire on the highway. It's just done, right? So she's laying there, laying on your chest, whatever, you know, just diddling with your chest hairs and all that good stuff.
Yep.
And you're like, let me holler at you real quick. She's like, oh, what's going on, daddy? What's happening, right? And then you're like, you ever thought about a threesome? You ever had one? And then she might stop for a moment, but then she's like, I thought about it. Or she'll say, I had a few. Why? What's up? If you get the why, what's up, that means you get to continue the conversation. And you'll be like, I was thinking about a threesome, but I was going to run it by you and just see what your comfort zone was like about it. Because if you're not comfortable, then we never have to have this conversation again. But if it's something you were thinking about, should we visit it, and how would you want to go about it? Would you set some rules up ahead of time?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. You know, I've never actually asked to bring anyone else into bed. So I don't know how that happens. I don't know if they just happen naturally, organically. Remember we had Amanda Pepin here. She's like, yeah, I was gifted.
Right, gifted.
Gifted. So I think you really have to have good, open relationship, great communication. And you know what's funny? I just thought of this. I was laughing in my head. Asking for a threesome is always about communication. But have you ever like dated a girl and you kind of like nonchalantly ask, or they kind of volunteered? They're like, oh, you know, well, I've only slept with I'm 28 and I've only slept with 6 people. And you're just like, you're kind of like doing the math in your head.
Yes.
Well, all right, when did you lose your virginity? 16? All right, 12, 1 every 2 years. All right, that's pretty good. And then, you know, you're always asking about nasty shit when you're having sex.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, you're like, I never heard about this dude before. This is like person 19 or some shit like that. Or they'll basically like come out with the story when they're just completely comfortable and tell you about these like 2 dudes that she fucked in band camp or something.
And she's going to hit you with, oh, it didn't matter. I forgot about that.
And you're just like,
that 6 keeps going. That 6 will keep
like
going.
At 33.
Yeah. Give me the big number up front.
Right.
Like, don't be afraid to give me the big number. Like, if you're promiscuous, you're out there doing your thing, you really don't care, and you got about 50 bodies, 100 bodies on you, just give me the number. I'm not going to die. You know what I'm saying? The reality of it is, individuals will always think to themselves, oh, you slept with so many people, you probably had an STD. You can get an STD by sleeping with one person. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the reality of it. Whether it's 1 or if it's 1,000, I mean, that might change the fun factor of it all, because she's been getting railed out by 1,000 different dicks. I mean, trust and believe, you know what I'm saying? The Scooby snacks are going to have a different feel to them versus if, you know what I'm saying, she only had 1 dick in her.
Well, it's also really funny when you basically go, well, like so many guys did you sleep with? And if they hit with like kind of like a large number, like anything larger than I would say like 40 is kind of like a whoa. And then every fucking dude is looking in the back of their head going, well, she fucked 40 dudes. How many dicks she suck?
Right. Because that number's always higher than what she fucked. Right. The dick suck goes higher than the fuck.
And guys, you can't discriminate.
No.
You can't discriminate because we know you fucked some hoopties out there.
You fucked all the hoopties.
All the hoopties.
All the Daewoo's, the Gremlins. You got in all those vehicles that are not made no more, that don't nobody want to talk about. But you did that. You took the L for your boy in the club.
Yeah.
You were like, yo, come on, man. You my wingman. Come on, man. She's not going to leave homegirl alone unless you get rid of her for me. You took her.
Night fighters.
You
the
took
ones
the-
you shut off every light as you're walking through the fucking house. You know?
You took her. You took her down, right?
Yeah.
And you did that for your boy. You're like, look, you know what I'm saying? And it might have been good. And you might have kept going back to the little creature feature that you wake up to in the morning.
That's the worst when you were like really regret, or like the walk of shame.
That walk of shame is serious. It's serious. It is what it is. Fellas do it too. You know what I'm saying? Especially you emotional fellas out there. Y'all some emotional
You
bitches.
want to, guys do it way more than women.
Yes. I never make a woman feel bad about doing a walk of shame in her life because fellas do it more than anyone.
Women are selective. Women will not hang out with you unless they kind of say, you know what, I might suck this cock. You know, they're not even going to waste their time.
They know
But
up front.
They know up front.
They know up front they're gonna
up
suck
front.
that dick. Yeah.
Guys will completely hang out with a random girl that's friends of a friend or something going like, what's the classic guy say? Oh, let her suck my dick.
Yeah, it was nothing. It was no, I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just suck my
But
dick.
you will always take a dick suck. You might not always smash,
It's really hard to say
but
no.
if that is on the table, like y'all just met, and she's just sitting there and over dinner, you know what I'm saying? Oh, this dinner was amazing. And in the back of your mind, you're like, well, you know what we're gonna do next? You know, because she's gonna let you know up front. She's like, hey, listen, I don't know what you have planned for the night, but I want to suck your dick.
And that's another thing with being out with the boys, like let's say in fucking Vegas by yourself. Don't let it happen because, you know, you'll be around, there'll be a bunch of girls, you'll be like, no, I got my girlfriend, it's good. And the girl's like, yeah, that's okay. Hey, listen, I'm just gonna suck your dick real quick. No. Okay.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yo, you agree to more. What would you say that you agree to more during a dick suck or while smashing?
Yeah, right before, I would say.
Right before.
If you're really trying to get it,
Yeah.
you know,
You're gonna
if
agree
you're
to
really trying
anything.
get it, you're gonna agree to anything.
You're agreeing to anything,
You're
right?
like, oh, what do you want? Okay, all right. And then
Right.
afterwards, you're like, so he said we could go to Alaska. What? What?
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
I didn't say no, what are you talking about?
Listen, let's order a pizza.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what Alaska pizza. They look the
Alaskan
same,
pizza,
same
those are
shape.
great. They go down. You'll enjoy it. We'll put it in the freezer if need be. But
You had one more topic that we have to touch on.
oh yeah, let's
And
go. Let's
what
go
is
there.
it?
Let's go there.
Oh,
Bro,
meeting the family and parents.
say
That
something.
is an interesting one. Now, I would always love meeting the parents because I'm a good quote unquote interviewer. I've done good for myself. I've always dressed nice. So girls would always kind of like me meeting their family.
you were the good guy.
I was the good guy.
Safe.
Safe.
Okay.
You know, I was a little hellion back then, but you know, I was always safe. How about you?
I only had to meet two parents in my whole lifetime.
Really?
One father, one mother. Never again. No, everybody else just no. But the father, it was actually high school sweetheart situation. And I still remember going over her dad's house, and I still remember him sitting me down with a bat over his lap.
Ooh.
Yeah, he kept the bat. And I was supposed to go out with his daughter that evening, and he just gave me like the quick talk. You know, what are your intentions with my daughter? She's a good woman. I want to make sure that her future is a strong, bright one. And if your future is not as strong and not as bright, you probably need to go home right about now.
Yep.
You know, and I gave him my 5-year plan. I was like, look, I'm probably going to marry your daughter, which I ended up doing. You know what I'm saying? I was going to do it regardless. But he was out to protect her. And I know the same because I have 2 girls of my own. So I always want to make sure that I'm protecting them as well. So I always understand that. I get it. I know that it's a conversation that has to be had, whether it's a bat or a gun that he's sitting there, you know what I'm saying, the clip in one hand, and, you know, the gun in the other is like, please don't make me put the two together because you don't know how to act. Don't make me put the two together, right? The reality of it all, meeting a mother is easier than meeting a father.
Always.
Because the girl when I met her mom was cool. She was like, seemed like a nice gentleman. You know what I'm saying? You were raised in a good home. Please just take care of my daughter. That was the conversation. It wasn't an hour long, right? Yeah. But then after that, anybody else that I dated, I didn't have to meet their parents.
Yeah.
I mean, it would eventually happen, but it wasn't something that had to happen up front.
I've had some serious relationships and I've met a lot of parents and it's all gone pretty good for the most part. But, you know, I'll tell you what is I've gotten older and as you date younger, you know, once the age gap goes from 10 years younger, the parents start looking at you like you're up to something.
Right.
You know, and it gets a little more and more awkward because I was always the young guy out there in my career and everything like that. And now I'm like the of age guy.
Right.
You
Father
know?
looking at you like, couldn't find nobody your age?
Yeah.
Because it ain't gonna be my daughter.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's like it's like, well, what's going on? And
Right.
you know,
What's happening here?
you know, my girlfriend's parents now are wonderful, but I've had situations where, you know, they're like, hey, you're this much younger, you know, and I mean, yeah, we're talking 23 to 28, they still look like it was like completely foreign.
Right.
What the fuck is going on here?
Right.
Yeah. It was always like that horror story. Like, did you ever go to any proms?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. The proms are the best. You look forward to the prom.
Yeah.
You look forward to the senior year prom because you're going to come out there sharp. You're trying to pull up in a limo like everybody else.
Yep.
And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you have what you love, who you love on your arm, or you just got, a family relative, or, you're just coming by yourself and hoping to grab something else on the dance floor, right? Mm-hmm. But that prom is like your introduction into the world.
Yeah.
Because after that night's over, you're starting brand new. You're starting fresh. You're a nobody.
Yeah, you're right.
You're a nobody. After senior year, you're fresh meat all over again. Oh. That's reality.
I just went out and worked. I never really cared, but it was so much fun going to the proms. But the fathers were always a little weird. Hey, you're going to be good to my daughter? It's like, man, it's like at that point, you don't have any, ill thoughts in your head.
Right.
As opposed to like you'd be put on the spot and meet a parent. You're like, oh shit, I don't even know if I like your daughter. I'm probably going to sleep with her tonight, but I don't think
that's about as far as that's going, sir.
So let's tell them really quick how to sign up for our Catch a Catfish.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. You're going to follow the real Johnny Mac on Instagram. All right. You're going to hit him up. You're going to let him know that the catfish is something that you want to do for your boyfriend, for your girlfriend. You can hit me up on Instagram, official Dame Drops. Let me know the same thing. We're going to get right back in contact with you. We're going to figure out all the information we need to know about him, all the information that we need to know about her. We're going to keep you abreast of the situation. We're changing names to protect you. You know what I'm saying? Right off the top. Names are getting changed.
And
don't even have to worry about it.
Guys, we're going to post it on our Instagrams, but we're going to blur out profile pictures. We're going to blur out names. But the only person that's going to know that they cheated is the person that signed up.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So make sure you're tuning in for that. Make sure you're reaching out to us. To reach out, again, the real Johnny Mac on Instagram, official Dame Drops on Instagram. Of course, Dirty Little Details, don't ever forget it, on YouTube, on Instagram. We're going hard. We're going heavy. We're getting you the answers that you need today.
So listen, thank you for tuning in to episode 6 of Dirty Little Details. Message us if you think your significant other is cheating, and we'll see you next week.
Oh.